How can a leader cultivate trust in a hybrid workplace, given that some team members will be joining in person, some will be joining virtually, you'll have mixed meetings? How do you make that happen?
Yeah, I think having meeting norms is important, right? And being very transparent about decisions that are being made, or at least allow for conversations to be had when certain things arise. I noticed, I'm trying to think of how I want to say this. So, for example, if we have certain meeting norms, and I mentioned it kind of in a facetious way earlier, but if you're having a hybrid, meeting and some people have their cameras off and some people don't have them off, why don't we set meeting norms so that we all understand what this means? We don't have to assume that somebody's, watching RuPaul's Drag Race while the meeting's happening, right? Or we also know that sometimes people are not able to have their cameras on all the time, but it's not a negative thing if they do. I think, again, having these moments where we're building trust, we're building relationships so that our go to isn't to mistrust people, to distrust people, right? And that's part of leading by example and being sensitive and being transparent and acknowledging when things are going well and when they're not going well, right? And I think these are all of the things that all of us want to some degree in the workplace. We want a workplace that's marked safe, right? If I
Yeah.
were to take all of you to a construction site and I gave you the hard hat and the protective gloves and boots, that would make sense because you'd need that to feel safe on a construction site. But if I took you to that same construction site and I didn't give you any of those things, not most of you would not come with me. You trust that I don't care about your safety, right? And so each of us has to think about how are we showing up in the spaces that should be marked as safe? Is our language demonstrating safety? Is it demonstrating trust, right? What are the proverbial hard hats and boots and gloves that we need inside of the law firm, inside of the academia, right? And all of these things are tools that each and every one of us could implement today, right? We can be a little more sensitive. We can follow through. And when we don't follow through, we can come back to that person and say, you know what, I was supposed to give you that report on Monday. Now it's Thursday. I want to acknowledge that. And can I get one more day? That's building trust too, right? And so it's
Yeah.
those moments as well. And I just want us, again, to just be more self aware about how we're engaging because we want people to see us as trustworthy. I know a lot of it is how people may be eroding our trust, but let's also think about how we can show up for people as well.